Well, hey creatives, this is Darlene. Wanted to stop by like really quick. I'm trying to share this to the page, so give me a second. And I wanted to talk about pricing because I'm seeing a lot of you guys bring up the subject matter of pricing and what you should be charging for your product and all that good stuff. And you have to think about the market that you want to tap into. That is like one of the most important things that you want to, I want to share this in a group. Let's see, share to a group. Because for some reason I can't do it from the group page. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. I'm seeing it a lot where you guys are talking about how you should price your product, and I'm always getting confused about where I should be looking, and I'm thinking I should be looking over here. Okay, if not, then guess what? We'll figure this thing out. You guys are talking a lot about how you should be pricing your product. You have to first figure out who your market is. What market are you trying to target? Think about it. Dollar Tree, 99-cent stores, they have a target market. They know people that have money and people who do not have money are going to shop in their retail stores, right? But some of those same people that are shopping in Dollar Tree and 99-cent store, guarantee you they're not going to go to Ralph's, they're not going to Albertsons, they're not going to a Food for Less. Why? Because they can get a bag of apples, they can get a bag of oranges, they can get a head of lettuce, a head of cabbage at the 99-cent store. So why would they go to Albertsons or Food for Less or even Ralph's? Ralph's is really expensive. Or even Ralph's to pay $5 for one bag of bananas too, oranges or apples, when they can get that at the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store, right? So you have to think about who are you trying to sell your product to. And for me, I want to sell to everybody across the board because I guarantee you he who owns the Dollar Tree and the 99-cent store more than likely owns an Albertson, a Ralph's, and a Walmart. I guarantee you, right? So that is them capturing all markets across the board. So you have to think about, okay, what is my cost for my supplies? And hopefully you guys are all buying your supplies at wholesale or discounted prices. Discounted prices, if you absolutely have to walk into one of the retail stores like Joann's, Hobby Lobby's, Michael's, places like that, that you guys are getting those things at dirt cheap. And I think it might have been 2 weeks or so ago, I went into Joann's and they had 4 strands of beads for $10. 4 strands of beads for $10, and it was those natural beads that were the turquoise color. And if you notice, I wish I'd have brought one in here. I could have showed you guys. Actually, I'm going to get it. I'll be right back. Just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. And this was one of the strand beads. And it's not even a strand. And I've already used one off of there. Now, if you look at that, I bought 4 of these for $10. That's a lot of beads. That's a lot of beads that I can do a lot of stuff with. So you want to consider what you're paying for your supplies. You want to consider your overhead. You want to consider how much you want to pay yourself. So when you start calculating all these totals and putting that stuff together, that is the target market that you have to capture, right? So if you can't capture that market on a solo level, you can capture that market by way of profits by selling on different platforms. And that's why I go back to eBay, I go back to Poshmark, I go back to all these different platforms where you can put your product on there and you can hopefully, make your money. But it's in what you pay for your supplies, right? You can't walk into the retail store and pay $10.99 for 8 beads. and then make one bracelet using all 8 of those beads, right? So then what you have to do is you have to mark that one bracelet up sky high in order to make a profit off of what you just made. So that's not, you know, the numbers, and it's really a numbers kind of game, and it takes a little bit of accounting, right? We go grocery shopping, and when we go in a grocery store, many of us may have a budget. We have a budget. It might be $200-300 budget when we go into these grocery stores, right? So I know I do, because I would hit the dollar store up, I would hit the 99-cent up, and then I'll go to Albertsons, right? So everything I can get at Albertsons for $1, that's what I'm getting. For my meat, when I go into the store to buy meat, whenever I do buy meat, I go to Albertsons. But if it's not on a markdown price, I'm not buying it. I only buy it when it's marked down and it makes sense. I'm not going past my budget because I have a budget. And when you begin to apply those principles in every part of what it is that you do, it begins to make sense. It's accounting. It's accounting and it's numbers. Right? So back to the jewelry. How do I price? What do I charge? Miss Tina had a bracelet, and I think she said she painted it. I don't know. So she put a price. I think she said 20. Somebody else said 25, and then somebody else said 40. I'm not sure if it was all the same people that said that, but the price went from 20, low expectation from the creator. Low expectation from the creator, right? Somebody else that's not even the creator of the product said, no, $40. That person understands the value of handmade items and that it costs money to produce something that beautiful. That's pretty, that's time. And if you're not targeting that type of market to be able, these people to be able to pay you what it is that you're asking for, then you're pretty much wasting your time. Right? So the thing is, you have to be confident in what you're making. You have to be confident in the quality in which you're producing. And if it's not quality, don't ask somebody to pay $40 for it. If it's not quality, and you know if you're producing quality or not, right? Quality. You want quality because you want to get paid for what it is that you're making. And you can get paid for what you're making. Think about every other, not just Dollar Tree and 99-cent store versus Rouse and Albertsons and all that type of thing. Cars, Ford versus who? Cadillac, right? Ford versus Cadillac. So there's a Ford and then there's a Cadillac. 2 different brands and 2 different companies that are catering to 2 different markets of people. And 9 times out of 10, the same person that can buy a Cadillac can buy a Ford. But the person that can buy a Ford can't buy a Cadillac, right? So I want across the board. I want across the board. So you have to kind of figure that out in your mind. Okay, who's my market? Who am I targeting? Who do I want to pay for this? And one thing you cannot do is you can't start off marketing your product at a low price. Now, you can always start high and mark down. You can't mark down and then go up, because once a brand establishes itself at a certain market price, you can't go no further than that. Because look at Dollar Tree. They talking about going up from $1, and they going to get heck from everybody. Chances are they might even lose customers. So why am I going to pay you $1, $5 when I can go to Walmart and get the same product that you're selling, but more than likely better quality, right? So that's not good stuff. That's not good stuff at all. So think about what you have. Think about what you're doing. Respect the quality of what it is that you're making, because we put in our time, we put in our money, we use our energy, we use our talents, and we're producing quality, quality products. So know who you're trying to sell to. Know who you're trying to sell to. I think that was all, because I'm seeing that quite a bit where people are just kind of, well, how much do I charge? What do I do? And I know is it Miss Juanita? I think Miss Juanita does. She burning beads. She using tools to make things and like all kind of stuff. And I don't know who she markets to or who she sells to, but I bet she not, undervaluing what it is that she's doing or how she's selling what it is that she's selling. You just have to know and have confidence in what it is that you are you know, what you're making and what you're doing, and understand that. It's like, no, don't give your product away, especially if it's quality, but come up with some type of formula that makes sense for you to always bring it in some type of profit. And that's why I uploaded that form for cash flow. You can keep up with cash going out, cash coming in. And anytime you got cash going out, you should always have double cash coming in. You know, never cash just going out, going out, going out, and nothing coming in, right? That's not good stuff right there. And value what it is that you're making. I'm looking at what you guys are making. You guys are making some beautiful stuff, right? I mean, like absolutely gorgeous stuff. Oh, talking about making stuff. Look, got my little bracelets on that I made using Miss Rita's beads. I had to stop back by at home and change my clothes because, you know, I'm getting ready to go out here and hit these streets, go do some running around and eat some lunch and stuff. But anyway, that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I can't see who's on here or not. Y'all know I can't see nothing without my glasses, right? But I wanted to talk about that, and I just wanted to plant that seed and say, know that what you are doing makes a difference, and don't give your stuff away. Don't give it away, but price it accordingly. And use all these different platforms. Like I said, fair.com, tantra.com. And think about Walmart. Walmart has locations everywhere, right? Think about the same thing when it comes to your product. You want your product everywhere, or online anyway, as many platforms as you can get your product on. You know, put your product on there and do what it is you have to do. But think about, you know, the cost of your supplies, the cost of overhead, and what you want to pay yourself, and then come up with a price. You know, come up with a price, and you have to, and I cannot say this enough, write things down. If you don't write things down, you are not going to be able to keep up with stuff, right? Also, use one source for, is that Miss Johnson? Hey, Miss Johnson. And one source for making all your purchases. If you don't use one source for making all your purchases, I guarantee you at the end of the year, you'll be so confused. You can't find the receipts. You don't know if you paid cash. You don't know if you paid credit. You don't know if you use your debit card. And all that stuff makes a lot of sense when it comes to tax time. Guarantee you. It makes a lot of sense if you're doing, you know, in the sense of a small business. And a small business, a home-based business, there's a lot of benefit in it. I mean, a lot of benefit in it. And that's why I be, you know, doing what I do, like when I upload those resources, I do all those things like that, because I want it, you know, to make sense to you guys. And I want you to, and a lot of you probably already know, right? There's a lot of benefit in a home-based business. And I think what I'm going to do is probably upload some resources and stuff. But in the meantime, until I get around to that, research the benefit of a home-based business. And then see what you come up with. Even add the word taxes on there. The benefits, tax benefits of a home-based business. And you'll be surprised. You'll be like, oh, shoot, wait a minute. Yeah, in addition to making you a little money. But it has to make sense. You have to know who your little target market is, right? And I think we talk about that. And I try to plant some seeds and saying, okay, well, this is a platform and this is a platform and here's a platform, and you can utilize all those platforms to make them all make sense. And I think I said that yesterday. As many revenues of income as you can have coming in, that's exactly what you want. I mean, you want that. I don't care if one is $50 every month, the other one is $200 every month, the other one is $500, the other one is $7, the other one is $10. Those are revenues of income coming in that make a difference in a household, right? It may not be in the thousands or 2000s or whatever, but I guarantee you this, it can definitely get that way with being consistent, with being smart in what it is that you're doing, right? So I say don't give your product away. You know, come up with a formula, and it's all accounting. It's all just numbers. Figuring out what you paid for your supplies and try to get those supplies as cheap as you can get them. I'm going to tell you something else that I know. These people are not afraid to charge us $30 for a strand of beads. They're not afraid to charge us $18 for a strand of beads, and you get 9 beads on a strand, right? or $15 because they know the value in what it is that they're selling to us and they know we gonna buy it. You have to have the same mindset when it comes to your product. Nope, my product is quality, it's very well made, right? And it's good materials that I use, and then tag a price on there. And then find your market. Find your market. And then how do you find your market? I think I brought up about you guys setting up your Facebook pages. Set your Facebook page up. Do your email marketing. I just did that little ebook about email marketing. Do your email marketing. You know what? If you only got 5 people on your email list, cater, serve those 5 people. Make those 5 people feel like they are the most important people in the world, right? Because they are. They're your customers. So that's what you want to do. And I know I'm kind of long-winded. I started with 4 people. I got 1 person now. And that's okay. It only applies where it applies. And people may not be able to watch right now. And that's cool too. And I'm smart enough to know that all seeds are not going to fall on good ground. You know, and I'm going to drop this in here too. There was a couple of people that were trying to join the group. And like when I go and look at those people, I don't know who those people are. They don't have no pages. They don't know information. They don't have nothing. So I don't accept them into the group. So if you guys are accepting people, not accepting people, inviting people, let me know. So if it's somebody that you know, I can go ahead and, let them into the group. Right. And then that's another thing I posted this morning about what we don't want is I'm not going to talk on that because I posted on that. So I don't want to put that energy out there like that. And I think we all kind of got an understanding about what the group is. But I wanted to share that and know what you have. Know what you have, because you guys got some really, really nice stuff. And I know some of you guys are new at jewelry making. That's like Arthur India. India's is like popping all through this group. She ain't playing. I mean, and every time you look around and she posting pictures, she posting even more pretty stuff, right? And then that's the idea of the group, to inspire, to motivate, and to encourage us, to get better at what it is that we're doing. And that's all I wanted to share. Don't undervalue yourself. Don't undersell what it is that you have. Just find your target market. If you are trying to sell across the board, sell across the board. But just know that you have to adjust your prices in a way to where you are profiting. And even if you are just breaking even on eBay, right? You are profiting on Fair.com. You are profiting on Tundra. And you want your product everywhere you can put it, right? That's good for the algorithm, to be able to find you guys in the search engine stuff. Right? So you want that stuff. You want to be all over the place with what it is that you have. And the value is worth, the quality is worth it too. So anyway, this man probably called me talking about, girl, where you at? Okay, so let me go. I'm going to eat lunch and enjoy the rest of my day. And you guys do the same. We'll talk soon.